Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Katie and I make stuff vegan. Okay, so boom. So I'm super excited about this recipe because I heard that McDonald's discontinued their snack wraps. And I was like, oh, that sucks for y'all. Meanwhile, over here in vegan land, we still having snack wraps and you don't need no McDonald's money for them. So if you want to see how I made vegan McDonald's snack wraps, keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to never miss any of my videos. And as always, the link to the detailed recipe will be in the description box below. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so like with a lot of my vegan chicken videos, I'm gonna use tofu. And I love using tofu because tofu is so versatile. A lot of people that I've come into contact with who aren't vegan, they'll be like, oh, I hate tofu, like blase squaze. And I always say, if you don't like tofu, there's like an experience that you had that wasn't positive with tofu. It's not tofu. And the person you had that experience with probably didn't know what it was doing. Or like you had tofu in a way that like makes it hard to like tofu, you know what I'm saying? Like if you had like silken tofu, which I don't really care for because like, why is it so soft? You know, something like that. But tofu, you can manipulate the texture of it by freezing it. Now all these tofu did me really dirty. I don't know what she was giving. Like, I don't know what was wrong with her, but normally this works. And I know like that's hard to say because like you just saw it work interestingly, like weirdly, but freeze your tofu, defrost it, freeze it again, defrost it. And the more you do that, the denser it gets, like the texture changes. Like 10 out of 10 would recommend, like absolutely do that. Okay, so I did that, drained it, cut it into strips, and we move. Okay, so I'm making my dredge. I took flour and baking powder. That has been my new gig when I'm like frying something, because like the baking powder adds like this, like, I don't know, like this like really cool texture. I know words, I know English, hold on. It adds like this different dimension to the crunchiness. I normally use cornstarch, but once my cornstarch ran out like 3 months ago, I just never bought anymore. I need to buy some. I need to buy some cornstarch. You should add cornstarch to this if you're doing this at home. Okay, anyway, so now I need like the egg thing since I am gonna be frying this tofu. So I decided this time, normally I'll use like a flour mixture, like type of batter thing. I just went in with some plant milk. I put my better than bouillon, no chicken base in there because I want it to taste like chicken, you know what I'm saying? And some hot sauce. Now I will say, in this context, do you really need better than bouillon? Like, I don't know. I love using it just to add like a different layer of flavor, you know, like broaden the flavor profile. But if you don't use it, like, I think it'll be okay. Okay, so now I'm seasoning my tofu liberally. It's tofu. You gotta season it. You know what I'm saying? It's like cauliflower. I feel like tofu, like they have that same base level. Like cauliflower is like one of the most bland vegetables, right? You got to do a little something to make it, you know, make that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, do not go out here talking about, oh, I put pepper and, you know, the spirit of God on my tofu and it tastes like trash. Like, girl, what are you even doing? Like, you have to season it. Okay, so there were 3 different snack wraps. And actually, when I was making this, I was so nostalgic because it's reminding me of like going to McDonald's after school, like when I was younger, because when I went to high school, there was a McDonald's literally right down the street. So sometimes we would just walk there and just hang out like, girl, you had homework and stuff. Anyway, so there were 3 snack wraps. There was a Chipotle Barbecue one, which I never tried, the honey mustard one, and the ranch one. So I'm making the different sauces. Okay, so I started out with my barbecue, Chipotle Barbecue, and I took the canned adobos. I took 2 of those Chipotles and my favorite barbecue sauce, and I blended it up with some water. You can adjust it as you go. Like, I thought it was a little bit spicy, and not that I think like I can't take spice, but more like this is a barbecue sauce. So I did balance it out a little bit more and I played around with it, but do what you want. So that was that. I made my ranch. I made this ranch so many times on this channel. And as always, I know like I'm kind of behind on the video, but the link is in the description box below. But this is my favorite ranch. I make this ranch all the time, so I definitely recommend it. And I know it's pickle juice, just trust me. I've never led you astray, trust me. Okay, so with this honey mustard sauce, like what you didn't see is the 3 clips before this when I was like playing around with it. So I first went in with Dijon mustard, and I thought Dijon mustard was just too strong, so I didn't really like that. Then I went in with a brown sugar water mixture and it got too watery. And then I came up with this, just brown sugar and mustard, regular mustard. Now, If I had agave here, I would have used agave, and I put agave in the recipe because agave would have worked so much better. It would have tasted better. This brown sugar situation was good, but yeah, it would have been way better with agave. When I had it in my mind, it was agave, so I would definitely recommend using that. And if you're new to veganism or you're new to my channel, you're wondering like, why don't you just use honey like you're making honey mustard? Hello, honey is not vegan. Even though it doesn't come directly from an animal, it is an animal byproduct. So we're not using that. And that's okay. We're going to live through life. We're going to get through it. It's going to be just fine, baby girl. You don't need honey. You don't need that. Use agave. Okay, so basic frying stuff. Into the milk mixture, into the flour, back into the milk, back into the flour, fry it up. Now I know you're wondering like, oh my God, why is she always frying something? Baby girl, I know, but I just want to remind, like, I try to make things vegan. So I try to make them as authentic as possible within the confines of veganism. And not to say like veganism is confining, but like you got to think, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to replicate the recipe. Remember that there was a grilled version of these snack wraps. You could very easily bake your tofu and do the same thing. I think that would be very, very good actually. So do your thing. Don't worry about me, okay? I'm just replicating. I am replicating, okay? That's it, okay? Thank you for watching. Okay, so now I'm gonna make my different iterations of this. The first one is the ranch one. This is my favorite one. This is the one I used to order because I'm not really a huge honey mustard fan. Follow Your Heart makes a great vegan honey mustard. It's probably in the fridge. It's been in there because that's what I'm saying. I don't really like honey mustard like that, but ranch is my favorite one. Like, indubitably, she's that girl. Okay, so I just have some of the 365 vegan cheese. You know what I've been noticing, y'all? Like, I'm not a cheese girl. I already wasn't one before I went vegan. Like, I'm starting to get a little picky with the vegan cheeses because like I feel like you don't really be needing it. Like I be eating tacos without cheese, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's beside the point. We'll talk about that another day. But I made the honey mustard one, and here's how my sauce turned out. I thinned it out with water. I think I said that. But this was very good. Like I even said out loud, I was like, dang, I would make this again. Like this Chipotle barbecue moment was tea. It was tea. These were so hard to stick together because they're not meant to be photographed like this. Like they're meant to be eaten. So they had a hard time. I struggled. And that's why I literally in my struggle, I forgot to do my thing where I show it to the camera. But these were so good. Literally, you can't even mess these up. Like what's so bad about it? It's literally fried tofu in a wrap. Like dummy good, super good. I was so nostalgic. I was like, man, times were so simple back then. You know what I'm saying? Like just McDonald's after school and da-da-da. I'm telling you, McDonald's is missing the market. And I feel like other McDonald's around the world like are vegan friendly, that they have options. America be America, and if you know, you know. Literally everybody knows what that means. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I had so much fun making it. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you try it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss any of my videos. While you're here, check out my other videos. Why? Because you know, I have enough video, I have enough of them, I have enough video, them click upon them, look through them, click through them, all them, this on that. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, y'all.